Welcome back to the Boondocks Homestead, y'all. I'm glad you're back. And if this is your first time to our channel, I'm so glad you're here. This morning, I'm over at the bread shed, and I'm getting ready to can some green beans out of the garden. Fresh green beans. So, yesterday, I got to tell y'all this. I went through the whole process. Tim and I watered, or limed and watered, put lime and water in the sink, put all of our cucumbers in there that we had collected. Within 2 days, you really don't want to go past that with pickling cucumbers. They start getting soft. But the lime keeps them crisper for us. So we went through the whole process. And about halfway through canning them, it went out. My mic went out. I'm sorry. The mic went out. I have the worst luck with mics. I'm not even kidding. So I haven't decided if I'm going to put that on or not. Really, what I wanted you to see was us putting them in lime. And you do it for 24 hours. And it takes the moisture out of them and it makes them crisper. So you really didn't have to go through the canning process with us because we only used I used a Mrs. Wage's packet for his hot pickle mix this year. I normally do it out of my stuff I grow out of the garden. I have like canned cayennes up here in the cabinet, and I use my fresh dill and all that. I didn't do all that this year. I just bought a packet. But anyways, we made all these pickles. So I didn't get to, I haven't put that video on. Don't know if I'm going to. I don't know if I can balance it where it will even make sense to you. But anyway, today we're going to do beans, and I'm going to watch that little light on I have a little thing that fits into the phone for this mic. And the only reason I use a mic is I feel like I'm not loud enough. Sometimes y'all can't hear us. The air conditioner will kick on in here. Or if we're out on the back porch, the air conditioner will kick on out there or something, and I want y'all to be able to hear us. So anyway, I am going to try these jars that I bought the other day. Hold on. Plastic off here. They're called Roots and Harvest. Well, I didn't see that part by LEM. We use a lot of LEM products. A lot of our grinder is LEM. You all can't see it in the camera. We have a lot of LEM products, so that makes me feel better about these jars. These jars were not that expensive, and I was kind of leery about it. But they look like good jars, and we're going to try them, okay? So I think I got these at Roll King. I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, I hope they work out good. They're pretty little jars. I mean, I have so many jars. I bet I have probably 1,500 canning jars or better. Maybe more. But we're always picking them up when we see them on sale somewheres. Because they've gotten so expensive. So we'll just, when we see them, we'll pick them up if they're on sale. That way I've got them. So I decided to break into these. I didn't need these. I had a bunch of empty ones, old ones. But I thought, I'm going to try these. We're going to try them. Now, I'm going to do my double canner today, too. So you'll get to see that. Get this show on the road, right? Now, I know you all know how to load jars. So I'm not going to... we're not going to go over that because we're going to leave about an inch head space. I don't know how many this is going to make. And after you shake them down and pour the liquid in and debubble, you may have to add a few. Okay? Y'all know that. I've been trying to let these kind of rinse. They had a few blooms floating around in there. Okay, y'all, I got 17 jars. I got out some more jars. I had 12. I got out 5 more, and I used wide mouth because that's what I've got over here. I might have a few the regular mouth over here. It doesn't matter, whatever your preference is. Now, I was going to tell you before I fill these, you do not have to add salt, okay? Salt is not how these are preserved. They're pressure canned. That's how they're preserved. Any of your vegetables you want to pressure can, you know, and there's different different ideas on that. I pressure can all my vegetables and my meat. Okay, if I didn't have a pressure canner, didn't have electric, the grid went down, whatever, then I would go to the old-fashioned way of water bathing, probably if I had to, and that's a whole nother video. Okay, and I just don't do it. I pressure can. That's how I do my vegetables. Okay, so I still have quite a few beans left. This jar's kind of empty, or got some space there. Now I went about an inch from the top, and I'm just going to pour hot water over it. Okay, they're going to be hot packed. I'm going to put hot water over them, and then I'm going to start stacking them in the canner. After I wipe the rims and debubble, then I'll put them in the canner. Okay. Where'd my this? Now I'm just using this measuring cup instead of a ladle, and I am not using my funnel thing. And you want your water to be an inch from the top too on these, okay? Now, also I wanted to tell you guys, I normally do these in quarts. All these years I've done them in quarts. And this year I've decided to do them in these pints because it's just Tim and I. And there's no sense of us eating on them for 4 days. You know what I mean? So this is plenty for us. I do my corn in these too. And this is about, I mean, this is like a can of vegetables you would get at the store. You know what I mean? So now, and also, we're gonna, when we debubble these, that's gonna release some air, and I may have to add some more liquid to it, okay? I know I've done green bean videos before, but there's a lot of people, new people that comes to our channel that, you know, may not go back and look for that or look at it or see it. So I want to keep it updated. Okay, let's debubble these and see what we got. And you just go through these. I'm not going to keep you on here while I do all this, okay? So you got the idea. You got the gist of it. You want to get that air out of there. Finger tight. Don't go no more than finger tight. I had a jar of pickles blow up on me yesterday. And it was one of two things. Either I went too tight on the lid or I had too much air in it. And those pickles are kind of hard, you know, to get all the air out of. The big ones are. The whole pickles. Okay, let me go get some more lids for the rest of them. All those are done. Here's the pickles I was talking about. They're kind of hard to get all the air out of them. I do not sterilize my jars. I make sure they're washed and clean, but I don't sterilize them. The only time I sterilize my jars is when I water bath, okay? Because that water don't get up hot enough to kill anything, really. You know, I guess it kills some stuff, but not everything. So they say now that you don't have to if you're going to pressure can, so I don't. That lid. Okay. That might be a messed up lid here. Let's see. Yep, it's a messed up lid. Finger tight. Finger tight. don't know why that lid wouldn't work. Nope, that's just a bad lid. I'm just going to throw it away. I don't know what's going on with that lid. This one on finger tight. Okay, I'll go ahead and stack these in here. I'm going to put my big ones on the bottom. I'm going to make a two on each side, maybe one in the middle. Let's see. 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, you know what? 8 of them's going to fit. Now, do not, try not to, let me get you in here. Try not to let your jars touch, okay? Because when they get to rocking and rolling in there, I've told you that before, they can break. Don't let them touch the side. Try not to. Take your time now and do this because it might save you some broken jars. And I think I'll fit one more right there. Perfect. So there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them fits in there. I thought only 7 fit in there. Then you're going to put your rack on here. I put 3 quarts of water. Now, I'm going by my canner. You all go by your canner, okay? I'm going by mine. So it took 3 quarts of water. And I put a couple tablespoons of, and don't set these right on the other lids, okay? Kind of stagger them. Okay. See what I mean, though, by how many it does? I mean, it just, you can't hardly go wrong here, except I don't like messing with that dial. And I'm going to be shy 1, 4, 5, 6, 8. I'm going to have 1 jar. Guess what? We're going to probably eat them for dinner or something. And I'll probably freeze the rest. Okay, there's that. Now, we're going to check. You still check everything. Make sure your rubber is not frayed or cracked or dry rotted. So then, you're going to look in through the light, through this hole. Make sure it's clear. You ain't going to see through that one because the gauge, and then you ain't going to see through this one. Okay? So just check things over. It doesn't take very long. Make sure you do that. Okay? And I'm going to put this on this side. Oh, I turned around because I got to be able to see this dial. Now, I'm going to tell you something else. We're going to close it. We're going to bring up pressure and let it, we're going to build up pressure in here, and we're going to let it vent out of here for 10 minutes after it starts a steady stream. And then we'll start the countdown when it gets to where it's supposed to be up here. I think 15, 10 pounds pressure. 11. I think I go 11. Anyway, a lot of people will not can on their glass stove, and they don't suggest that you do it, okay? I know you all see me do it all the time. I do it on the one at the house. I do it on the one over here. I do make some marks on it and stuff, you know, from my canner, but I use my stove. And this is what I have, and this is what I'm using, all right? I haven't had anything happen yet. You know, nothing's fell through the glass or nothing. There's a lot of weight here. But they make these stoves pretty good. But I'm not saying that yours will hold up a canner like this, okay? Or a canner in general. Yours may not. Mine has. And I chance it. I know I chance it. But I do all my cast iron on here too, y'all. I'm not telling you to, but I do. So when you see that, you might be thinking, oh my goodness, why is she? Because I always have. And the way it is. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and bring this up to pressure. I'll let it vent for 10 minutes. See, this one's a little different than my other one. This is why I don't like going back and forth to canners. I don't like it. But I wanted to get all these done at one time. So there's 16 pints of beans in here. And that makes me happy because I don't have to stand in here as long because I got to make bagels and English muffins today for the farmer's market. So, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I've went through all that with you. I may come back and just show you. And then we'll get on with it. All right? All right, y'all. I don't think you can see it, but I do have a steady stream of steam coming out of here. So we're going to vent it for 10 minutes. And then we're going to wait until it gets up here to 10 pounds. Probably 11 pounds. Okay, and then I'll bring you guys back. Okay, I went ahead and put the rocker on just now. I kind of panicked. I was in panic mode, so I didn't get the video turned back on. But I couldn't find my rocker. So I put it on, and now we're going to wait for this to get up to 11 pounds, and we'll be in business, okay? All right, y'all, we're just about to 10 pounds of pressure here. I'm going to go probably till 11, though. And I'll probably have to turn my heat down a little bit. Now, this is on my canner, okay? And yours may be totally different. So I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. I'm going to start my 20 minutes from the time I get to the tent. Well, I'm going to go ahead and start my 20 minutes now. And that's how much pints take. And I'm going to get these done, and I'll be back with you. All right, y'all, we're done. This one hasn't cooled off yet. I've got 8 jars or 8 pints in here. Got 16 in there, total of 24 pints of beans, okay? This one has cooled off. Never open this, y'all, unless your gauge is down, this is off, your weight is off, and there's no steam coming out. This is down, your gauge. Whatever you got going on the top of your canner, don't ever open it until it's cooled off, okay? Then always open it away from you. See all that steam? That would burn your face. So, looky there. That lid's loose on that one. I don't want to tighten it though. Looky there. Let's see how I can do this here. Put it off to the side. Hey, there's the bottom ones. All right, we're all done with the beans. Now I just have to wait till that cools. And because that's not ready yet. And then I'll have 24 jars, pints of green beans to put on the shelf. And then I've got these pickles so far. And then when our purple whole peas go, we'll be canning those. And our corn, and we'll be canning that. And there ain't nothing better, y'all, than to do your own vegetables out of your own garden. And if you don't have a garden, go to the farmer's market. Go to the Mennonite store, the Amish store, or maybe your neighbor has some. Maybe your neighbor would gift you some if you helped them with their garden or something. You know, I don't know. Anyways, go get you a ball book. I've got 2 of them. This is my favorite. Well, I say it's my favorite. Everything that's in here is in here plus more. But I've got all my stuff marked in this one, so this is my go-to. And then this has got some new stuff in it. But go get you and there's other ones besides ball. I just happen to like ball. These are all popping. They're all popping. So 20 minutes, pressure can 20 minutes. You got to let your canner vent for 10 minutes. Pressure can, pints 20, quarts 25. Okay, that's what the ball book says. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get off here. It's been a long morning already. I got a lot of stuff still yet to do. I love y'all. Thanks for stopping by. Hit your little notification bell. It notifies you when I do put new videos on. Like, share, subscribe if you like our content. And Lord willing, I'll catch you on the next video.